Hi, this part of the video is about the operations of it. On the auto unit, the maximum setting is 20. The minimum setting we can program is 4 for the auto, and also for regular straightforward CPAP. Okay. Here's one negative: you do not have an auto on-off feature. The Respironics and Resmed, you have that. Okay, like me, I like to use my auto on. I'm a little bit lazy, I suppose. I just like that feature. This one you do not have it. This one you cannot adjust how long the ramp time is. Resmed and Respironics, you can adjust it, the ramp time, but with the icon you cannot. This does not have EPR or C-Flex. EPR or C-Flex is a feature that Resmed and Respironics has, where it makes exhaling easier. Okay, it really does make exhaling easier. You do not have this feature. When you speak to the manufacturer, at least the sales reps, they'll tell you you don't need it because our heated humidifier makes it so much lighter and more efficient for you to. It's just more comfortable. Okay, so but it doesn't have. I wish it had it. That really does help for newbies, somebody who's never used a CPAP before. That will truly help you get used to it. Now, I no longer use my C-Flex feature. I shut it off. I don't need it. But in the beginning, yes, I definitely needed it. This machine will automatically adjust itself for altitude. Okay, between 0 to 9,000 feet above sea level. It does that. Now, this is called this knob here is called the smart dial. Now, they have an irritating feature. In just my opinion, it's an irritating feature. Once you turn the machine on, by the way, you turn the machine on by pressing this. Okay, it takes about, I forget how many seconds, but it's oops, sorry, I didn't turn it on. Okay, you see the machine has not started yet. It still hasn't blown yet. Right, by this point, Resmed and Respironics has started blowing. Now it's starting to blow. Okay, it takes a while for this machine to blow. I mean, it's not a big deal, but when you're turning it on, you might feel a little bit starving for air in the beginning. But then you just have to wait a couple of seconds. I don't know, 5 seconds maybe, 5 to 10 seconds. I'm not sure, but it'll come on. It takes a while. While else the other guys starts immediately. Okay. Now, the irritating feature that I was going to tell you about is this. Once this machine is on, 15 minutes into use, right, it locks you out. You can turn on and off the machine, but that's it. If you want to change the heat setting, good luck, you cannot. And see, this is what happens when you wake up, for example, in the middle of the night. You get up to use the bathroom and you come back and you're wondering, I wonder what my heat setting is. Okay, you just wanted to see a couple of the data in that. You cannot. What you have to do is you have to turn this 360 degrees, and then you can start playing around with the dials, with the features in it. Okay, now this is the thing. This is where it is for the most part. This is your thermostat. Okay, for your heat. This is your alarm bell. It tells you I've shut it off, the alarm feature. This tells you what time the alarm could be set for. It's set for 12 a.m. That's the alarm sound. Okay, this is the time, which is not true. Okay, this is the brightness. You can control the brightness. And this here, my friends, is the data reporting. Okay, now for clinicians, these are all important stuff. All right, now I'm going to say a couple of things. Right, if you choose to buy this machine, right, if you don't ask for the following things, the only data you're going to see that you as the end user and the owner of this machine can see is total compliant hours, average compliant hours over the last 30 days, 7 days, and last night. Okay, and the number of nights used since therapy commenced. Now, you must tell the home care company what you want is to be able to see, and you know what your HI is, what your leak is. Okay, And for the most part, if this was an auto, for the 90% during the time, where did your CPAP pressure really, where was it blowing at? Okay, all right. A SensAwake also. So you have to ask for it. Okay, you have to ask. You have to tell them, because otherwise the average home care company will not program that data into this. Just ask for it. Tell them, I want to see what my leak rate is. This is important for you, and what your HI is. Okay, so please just keep that in the back of your mind, guys. And this is just a little word of advice and insider advice. By the way, this machine has a feature called SensAwake. Okay, I love this feature, and let me tell you what this feature is. The SensAwake. This machine, and it only applies in the auto unit. Okay, not in the Icon Primo or the Novo, the other two, but just only in the auto machine. The SensAwake is, what happens is the machine senses when you are about to wake up, right? So it lowers the pressure. Let's say if it's blowing at 14 and it senses you're awake, it will lower the pressure. So it makes it easier and more comfortable for you to wake up. You're not waking up to a hurricane blowing up in your nose. All right, with that, I'm going to sign out. Oh yeah, I just want to let you know this has an eco mode. The eco mode can work where under the eco mode, it will work under reduced power. It's about 75 watts. Okay, the humidity output is weak. What they tell you to do is just shut it off. Don't use the humidity. When do you use this? When you're running this off a battery, or when you're flying on a plane and you have a place to plug it in. That's when they want you to use that. Okay, all right. Let me see, is there anything else important that I need to share with you? No? Oh yeah, one more other thing. A lot of home care companies will not generally introduce this mask to you if your doctor writes a prescription, CPAP 14 centimeters or whatever. If the doctor doesn't prescribe for many reasons, I think the cost of this is a little bit on the highest side of it. Okay, even though if your insurance is paying for it, but the cost to the home care company might be a little bit on the high side. I suspect that. Okay, many therapists find this a lot more of a hassle to program. Not too many people are familiar with it. Okay, but this is a good unit. Like I mentioned, and as you watch all my videos on the mask and this, every machine and mask has strength and weakness. I just want to show them to you, and so that you can make a better choice. Okay, all right. With that, I'm signing out. Bye. Sweet dreams.